Ever mami fa won shase.
Alaska, I think NPP a political party or go into elections in the recent 1 year. The track record and the trajectory and party in so leading up to the 2024 election was quite obvious. You could see this was a party and a broken idea for the leadership, including the government itself. So I know that they got to a point that the party became fragmented. Idea be shredded into pieces, but only Sana government was in power and not guide everybody along, and very often that has been the signature in a political space. Whenever a political party win power, you see a party now fragmented, party structure no, any hobby in government don't run machinery of government. So I know that they no do elections, na party na a vehicle and power na a jonkolize we are agu and sad way. NDC are suffer be, NPP are suffer be, and I wonder why still people are not learning, because nekura to me so where the difference between the NDC government and the party clearly you could see the party has started a fracture.
That's right.
It's quite obvious because Obia person move to government for something. I don't know the day you leave the power party na a vehicle for power no. Whenever I was in a bubu. So by the time my election bedroom, there is no party I would compare power. Because Baba na base no more grand. Obia bu fu are folding his arms to the baby. So that was the idea about when they're dead within the NPP. And idea be a minimum says, who go into election as a lose. Alaska, you claw back. Now what can I say? You review to see near my go wrong, they go right. And I can't first over project honor. I can't first over your name. People must see some difference. Be a man for say, party your contain almost your baby. Can't just say we lose power. You don't just lose power, you lose goodwill.
That's right.
The relationship between you and the people, get it distorted. And as part of your friends are all coming back, and you need to amend. Sabaya that bridge now, a breaking wait me amend. Sabaya, the people can easily count on you. But the MPP in opposition, I'm not sure that is what we see, because high hustle so na who said I'm man for tete so.
I'm that's what it is.
Yeah, ponkwa kese no mo tete so mu so very special people no. Kasafina no amam for guso no mo kawa ban mu no. Simon intransigent and belligerent behavior na wu no. That is the same thing that is playing out. So you don't see any change in the MPP that was in power and then the MPP that is in opposition. And very often, some of the ensemble far, what national now because party our co-opposition we expect to say on by things differently. Now you see be from the structure party, no party na look attractive, that is not. But rather no a individual and your friends a man for interest and a omo pursue. And clearly now no matter say ya issue date about thing.
That's right.
Per the constitution of the party, I think 2 years before your first main election, and also you flag bearer. Fine, political parties and institutions, you can amend the constitutional provisions. So free say they have every right to do that. But you see, to propose a definitive date, say this is the day yeah koto aba. Abra, you know, say unyanko Congress, ama date no kra na improve and means say yes, or the friend is over to Wabo and nice idea. So it means the very people who go there to approve have already given the red line. That is why you will set a date. Because very often, Ubetimaka say, Nameya Drumnasa Congress to Jetuma somewhere January.
Right.
And February.
You
give a tentative period, but to be very specific and fix the date, on 31st. Pending approval and so say the approval process is just a rubber stamp where then ubenya. And for me an American say party ban China ubetimi afa kwan bi so na wa maneuver how ubetimi restrict things but near MPP for asase omo ye ni nyina no e communicate 110 just to sabotage every single flag bearer obi a we interest in this thing and make sure say they once again impose Bawumia on the parties ticket.
Oh really?
Oh, that is exactly what is going to happen. Alaska, you see, you've been around for quite a long time. Politics, yeah. I'm not sure. Say 2015 now or China now Okroma say you follow the MPP internal politics. How the structure of the party, the core party structure now Kasano was maneuvered. In favor a particular candidate.
Very well.
It got to a time all the regional executive across the country, all constituency, district, wherever, they were all hip in line to support Dr. Bawumia.
Very well.
And Bawumia became the incumbent candidate. They were doing everything. It got to a point that either you stay in line or you get out.
That's right.
Some people who quite fast because of Bawumia, relevant people within the party like Alan, like Bawumia Agyapong and Co. Krano, the party didn't realize and some of them they trashed all of them because they didn't like what was going on. You understand? I can't just say any serious political strategist Biano. So we'll structure party and now we'll go into such a major election. Now we're a big wing like Bawumia Agyapong, Allah, no more catches on through party man. Yes, I will be to bring them back. But because of broken leadership, arrogance, filthy, that kind of inflated self-relevance, at the time, these people thought, oh, your power, and they will be. I know that they allow these people to go, all in a bit to ensure, say, the candidate for the incumbent, will be imposed.
The establishment
candidate. So Alaska, election very often the template has always been elections. You ever started from the constituency level. You new executive because we are ushering into a new realm. You cannot allow a group of people to go and leave to choose a leader when they themselves are not going to serve in any capacity.
That's right.
So who are going to work with the person? That is very, very important. So in the wisdom of the various political way, what you do is you build from the base bottom up.
That's
right.
You
set up the leadership. As our leadership no choose or flag bearer, then there will be commitment on their part to ensure that they work towards the realization of the larger party vision. But in this particular way, there has been a certain attempt to say, okay, this time round, flag bearer elections and answer. Me say MPP as an institution, they have every right. I'm not saying so. That's right. Constitution can be amended. But let's get the wisdom behind this thing. They say, who say from head to toe, from regional, district, whatever, executive no more holding are the same people who campaigned and led Bawumia's campaign.
Okay.
So not changing them means that these structures at the ground are going to work towards Bawumia's agenda. 2.3. And I wonder why your friends say, I seen Elon Musk, I
seen Elon Musk.
I seen for Elon Musk, other people will keep quiet.
I don't know why I seen for Elon Musk.
Oh, we name Nabisa, I'm from Bachelor. Alaska, I wonder why they are all quiet. Because this is a complete sabotage. Or more yet, just to ensure say they impose Bawumia on the people, on the party. On the year, your friend said the establishment candidate, I have listened to a lot of justification, or more major spin doctor within the media space. Paul, I don't watch it, trying to weave some
as a spin doctor.
Yeah, some nasty justification as to why, according to him, very important. Say, that started from the ground up. It doesn't make sense, Alaska, because say flag bearer, in about a year, all of them, their mandate will expire. So I know the day, the very people whose mandate expire are the very people who are going to elect a new leader. New leader, a new crop of people will be appointed. So by the time I'm about an hour flag bearer, somebody may argue, sir, it is in the same party. But I'm telling you, sir, the agenda behind this thing is to get Bawumia elected at all costs. Because they know, sir, as it stands now, the party structure at the base from top to down are all in favor of Bawumia.
That's right.
Because prior to the elections, how some of them declared. Are you going to tell me, so be like who to me? Regional chairman. I want to know leading the campaign for Bawumia, and then he's going to change his mind. No. Maybe I got to a banana nipa for bar. That person may appear a bit neutral, a bit new. We don't know what that particular person is coming from. So they change. That is expected to happen in their party. Sabaya Betimia rebranded the NPP as a vibrant political institution. A Betimia offer serious opposition to the NDC being in government. We are not seeing those things. It seems that even in opposition, the party appear a bit more fragmented. And if you look at the media space, you see a man for a motto in some and party lacking leadership even at this time. And according to them, it's one of the reasons why I'm not trying to elect. I said Bawumia still known as what they are around, but still people are defying party. Your friend is saying directive in as a forum. My catcher said general secretary. Obi on take us also general secretary. party we are serious now papa obi a on take us also on your general secretary omo party chairman me say so wayera omo hwehwe no mu hu no
omo so why dey
o wunya hu letter no bi
na busuanfo so mo
yes ya na busuanfo say NPP party chairman ayera omo hwehwe no nti wo abehu no bia no bo omo nkra na omo nkofo omo chairman. So this is a party there are serious internal challenges. I say they need to sit down and address these challenges. How to bring even those who left back. They are not even thinking about that. They think it's just electing a flag bearer alone, no, it's enough for them to win elections. But you see, Bawumia na amanfo ania bro modene ba no. This is a guy who touted himself as an economist. Holding lecture upon lecture upon lecture. For 8 good years, the guy could not implement a single economic policy that brought positive transformation at the economic front of this country. Your Mahama ne deputy, you have saying, on the deputy president, none of them economists.
That's right.
But look at the transformation that is going on. So our man for at this point the crown of questioning. But who Abrante yourself a boa propose and wine. Also, say within a short period, the NDC has been able to. But these are according to the almost Mahama is a communicator and Nana is an English lecturer.
That's right.
So if a communicator and English lecturer
could do this
within 6 months. Now said the whole so-called certified economist. Yes, in Yansan, you know, one team.
I almost saw you Obi JK
for 8 good years. For 8 good years, dollar no, I didn't say them and or lock no. He could not even breathe. It got to a time and the guy transformed himself into a low budget IT. Your friend say
low budget.
Na Bawumia na IT papa mu no way. Or transforming who into a low budget IT consultant. And on nam your friend is saying various space talking IT, talking internet, talking about digital e-gate and I told you that guy is a joker. Because Alaska even to for such a digital take off, the most important thing the digital infrastructure.
That's right. That platform.
Digital infrastructure being about Bawumia, a committee ya oputu sika ina yehusi ya build this infrastructure. So first, now we see political analysis in the debate. Very often you hear say, and this is NPP back at say, and all the your friends say free social welfare program, social intervention, and this form for be mine. You say these are ignorant people. They don't even know what they're talking about. Social intervention, you need a social infrastructure for a social intervention to take off. But let me give a typical example. May I buy my bam see me provide a free hospital for Emma. So that is a social intervention.
That's right.
Now Alaska free care near Kono Muraman Kono Biaso.
You're going to hospital.
So you the social infrastructure for this it's hospital.
Hospital.
So if you don't build the hospital, so why would somebody go on radio and be telling journalists you're the free, you're the social intervention, but you're the way by. But nobody is asking them the social infrastructure.
And the journalists no crowd so for
now say they don't know. Some don't even know that there is something called social infrastructure.
That's right.
But for a social intervention to take off,
you must need
a social infrastructure.
Exactly.
The same thing has to do with digital. Digital take off, you need a digital infrastructure. Ask him, infrastructure better will put in place. You understand? And these are some of the comedy these people use to jump over the political narrative. Very often they were seen relevant. But the real Bawumia and NPP are trying heaven or hell to impose on him. Maybe they know Kennedy Agyapong you be I'm betting me alarm now with your party because Kennedy Agyapong by NPP candidate or China and as the chair, the party is done. No, the tape for man for how do go on. And now the kid and now he's playing gentle. I said, why am I a gentleman? Right. You can't fool anybody.
That's right.
I catch us Kennedy Agyapong is not a material. Any reasonable person should be thinking, should ever think is that guy should lead this country. Now that we see about them. Alaska, let's get serious. Let us get serious. You see, Alaska, and I'm scared for the next Ghana. To be very honest with you, I'm very scared. In as much as I think that things are because very often not one out here dear man for everyone away person you know just say it's so scary. Alaska it's so scary. Say intellectualism leads key core leadership values na here to see in a person, those the people being banded around, none of them. None of them. And I know Hong Kong, the other side is in some of the names coming up. You understand? So I think that Ghana, we need to make conscious effort to produce leaders. And yes, I maybe do know some of these toys and I'll be who on the stage.
Toys.
Oh, Alaska. Nanya politics in leadership now. Some of the names over there. Alaska. This is Kwame Nkrumah Ghana.
Nana the standard number.
This is Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. I mean, who Brian Champa wire video we also can't ever. And I mean, who be money. This is a guy or army a man for two. I was West Wagon.
That's right.
I'm called Bro man for two. Sai should look and investigative.
Was he not
the same person that was threatening people? Say, "I'm when you ban on fambo."
That's right.
And I'm saying it's so funny the rate at which our politics are degenerating into the gutters or leadership is degenerating into the gutters. You know, you are not careful. Now you are bringing some reformation into our political setup. Now, and maybe bedroom. I have told you, say, and maybe bedroom. We call Jubilee House na monkey to. I can't drop any.
Over monkey to.
Oh, I've told you before.
That's also your vice president.
I'm telling you, president. And that day is fast approaching because we see some of the names I'm for to Gumuna. And now we don't feel very soon that ugly way in Makano will become a reality unless reasonable men of convention rise to the occasion and save the day. Alaska, we have a long way to go. So for me, I think it's sad that the NPP is not learning. They are not seeing the larger picture and they are still living in the past. You see, Ghana is going. The new narrative, a bit is transforming politics. Ghana for Mranti and Mario Moody politics, they are even transforming. People have seen a certain new dawn, the next level of politics, and they are all adjusting and tuning their mind to that politics. It is about why na bear the right thing, why na onye the right thing. Power na medema no, are you using it to further my interest or not? These are questions that young people are asking. It is not about na hana me free, and I'm a minua bani, and I'm a kaini, and I'm a wanani, and those nasty things and over the years now dominating. I give a lot of people relevance in our politics. And Alaska, those things don't fly anymore. You understand? So I think that we need to readjust. And the NPP, my message to them is, you see, they should wake up from the past and run to the present here. Now, so with me jumping from the past and running into the present, they will know, say, the political institution called the NPP, is in a serious problem, including internal leadership, and that there are a lot that they need to do to make sure, say, they restructure the party. Say, they are once again ever attractive to the people of this country. Goodwill ever return it to them. I know actually and some of can say Ghana near for more serious. And yes, sir, anything you say, people brandish you and says, "We you're serious." Now, no, me former information minister because NDC formula no munchiromo.
That's right.
Say NDC formula no munchiromo good governance. Now, look at this. Well, you had power 8 good years. You messed and toyed with this country for 8 good years. After Ghana for a humiliating word up to a better aquatranchino. One hour bet you will have to govern. You understand? And so a time will come up. They might be sitting on the sidelines saying things that are very sensible. But because goodwill, those kind of we don't try it into. You cannot. It's NDC by your Mahama by 1, 2, 3 things be I go wrong.
That's right.
But first na energy amount for the Becano, you don't see why, because goodwill is still on the side of the government.
Good.
What I say? Yantiana buyer be as a fake doctor, command appointment on the good day. This particular thing is supposed to be a big issue.
Sure.
But how many people even made it a central issue? Because of they be the goodwill on your part, because they think that the government is doing bigger, larger things, far outweigh some of these things. If you don't study some of these dynamics and understand and see how, as a political party, we position on our structure Alaska, you will still be in opposition though, but instead of being a friend to the people, another friend of the people, they will continue to regard you as an enemy. And whenever they see you, Nema wire in the past, they will quickly spring to mind, and they will see you for who you are. And for me, the MPP as a political, they are mature minds in the party. They don't even take them serious. Issue okay, met somewhere Boche Jako Kasa is absolute nonsense.
Nonsense, that's right.
And it's indeed nonsense. Because clearly you could see the agenda now more try to impose Bawumia. And no, the most important thing this leadership you are more way. So I'm with me impose Bawumia no more because when you say new leadership back. the thing may go either ways, and they don't want that. The reality is that people think that Bawumia is not somebody who will win elections.
That's right.
And there are that side also thinks that Kennedy Agyapong is not a credible person. Ombeti medina top part in the take it down. And yes, a Ghana form serious.
That's right.
So and other people now do him. I do him. Well, who can first of born a bet, no boy born in chamber to say. I never America crock tonight. Minimum America crock what times America no minimum baby are not. Alaska I was a win the bet born in chamber. I
say Marco be a squawk as I can see me
of a president daddy. Hey, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. Oh, rather.
I'm a say, I was 11 already outside 9200 hours. I find you innocent. Make some more judging grass was my bar. Mina says a nipa nim the obey dachi and cow baby out and cow brapa. Saka Kennedy Agyapong him said, ne, or bet me a cousin with the president and can send your kicker and conquer. Yes, I see NPP for a Jimmy for. No name the entire oba belonging to this.
No, the issue is that no as a person when he assess himself, unim say what qualifies one so by president, or sure no one he doesn't qualify. So all those days now occurs and seven no nancy and shown that so by president. But like Ivan kind after the standards, you lower standards, when we say, oh, some committee my president, we can't who find that. And they usually say it has to do with the standard that we set for ourselves. And yes, Sanka, I don't think Kennedy anywhere at any given time over the years now.
Mammy, come and hold my umbrella. Me win blink, young camera.
Minya, afi mamen ka me remu mu aso ahunu a menyaye wo Safari Valley Eco Park in Trail. Emra ye duro pe akwantifo akwankyerefo a won ho akokwa agyen de yemfa akwan a ye befa so nya so ahunu mu na ngye yi. Na remu mu ne twa ye ho hia fitimra ye ra pa ye nu. Ye humo bi te se zebra, sable antelope, crown cranes, mara, silky chicken, emus, wallabies, deer, ponko, ene mo api na ye ntumi nkan po. Akwantifo akwankyerefo no kan remu mu ano won ne ye ne sanya wonu won dinkita hunu nsem pi kire. Me baba ni manwe aduane mpo na dadamfo pa ni zebra no ya kompetanso wonsuo ne so afi na ya bre nti ya gi ahome edi ewie aduane wo bebia ho ye feyi na woni enije we ni dwumedie nyina bo hya ase afi 250 Ghana cedis na eya kwama mofra mu di mfiensia hyasa be baba na nti ahwe enre mu aso ahoni we ma ye nije strong ko ebeda ya koma so yankwa na nyina na mentimi ntwan se mesan mechi akosra Safari Valley Eco Park bi.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Oh la la! Ahuto 92.3 FM Edim Fisher 2, meche 10 years. Ahuto at 10. Hip, 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 hooray! 92.3.
Right, James, welcome back. 5 minutes into 4 p.m. Maminka share Professor Ali Dusabo say we omamunye na afisha pa na afi nyankopon ento supogo bibiara djuma so de okanyira ne say selfish bibi ni wiase anka yeda ye ntupum wiase ye sum papa be hu obi enne o kira hu ni bio obi da with one sorry na ni nyina ne se ewi odi sam na wonwaso bi aba ebua hihye busua ma busua so gina yie se adwuma asem na nkoye ususu da basa oto ayenton ani ne ekoso ba nyakuala soup na fabo ho ba yemfa ndware fabo sum na fasra sasa bi di wachi no ebeko Frali Dusabo 0243 409 862 0243 409 862 na 0540 670 6460. Tiwe mami.
If you want some NPP for music, NPP now communals. NPP. If you want some music, Jimmy Pa, book. NPP for book. You will stay in a position forever. If you want some NPP for music, NPP now communals. NPP. If you want some music, Jimmy Pa. Book. MPP for book. You will stay in a position forever.
The Donyame. We are actually be MPP Moron. Have my idea, but send any passive break campaign we will not allow certain people to take over because they know what. Ha, your budget party Nesiwa, a bay woman. Ahuto FM 92.3.
We a showdown part 2.
So even these ones are these are fair comments.
Yeah.
Me these are fair comments. I don't begrudge him more. But the thing is that there are near a border on criminality.
Right.
And if this gentleman is elected as flag bearer, don't forget to say somebody may drag his ass to court. I bet bar from even contesting because of Nema Ego. Nema why I the Ketua. And the people are just waiting. And I think that is what the MPP is trying to avoid by making sure that this new executive, will impose Bawumia before they go. Because that will throw the party into a bigger, legal, whole lot of issues. Nema Egu Hono, but and na scandals in Nema Egu Hono, and ya the Ketua.
But what is OSP, Wadam for also a damage contribute. Once then I say, a movie as some kind. A movie as a Bawumia office, I could see a movie a gem. Ranting no one more office or charge you. Wadam for. Sir, for the criminality or whatever.
How come during those days?
For fraud.
Why did he do that?
One back election to Bawumia office in Crawford Crabby. Oh, but I say, Uncle
Alaska. The Dikan a better or body Chidian Ponyacopansi, any baby or near Babidui. Alaska, Monsieur, with the medical cabacco that my family went to San Mashama Sam Kasi. You are my former chairman, Tony Afino. You Kuma, Sibita Frache. On I in any washama. I now so you be a Ukrakumapa or in Papa, so say. I got that sorry, and tell Sempa.
I just another a young one I wish you.
I know so, and also another bigger person.